Welcome to Day 10, Gifford Youth Orchestra Concert Series. I love this quote by Reverend Peter Riable. He said, "We sit in the shade of trees we did not plant. We drink from wells we did not dig. Together we can build across the generations." He was a Unitarian minister, and he chose as his life's purpose that of social justice. And in that quote, he was talking about the importance of legacy, playing it forward, creating something today to intentionally benefit tomorrow. Now, using that quote as a metaphor for who we are and what we do as the Gifford Youth Orchestra, you can see that over the last 17 years, we are not only sitting in the shade of trees we didn't plant, but we are also planting seeds for the shade it will provide future generations. We are digging wells for the generations to have water, and we are building bridges across the generations and between communities. Our legacy begins with Mrs. Joan Har, teaching Sakeisha Crosdale, and I've spoken about her in past introductions. She tutored other students, Sakeisha did, and one of those students that she tutored was Marissa Rollins. And I told you about Marissa Rollins. She's the young lady who, quote, plants trees in the hearts and minds of 400 children each semester by teaching them to play the violin up there in Plant City, Florida. But before graduating from the Gifford Youth Orchestra, Marissa tutored Jada Powell and dug a well for the GYO to have water in its future. Jada Powell is such a fabulous violinist and leader that she became the first Gifford Youth Orchestra concert master who, at one time or another, has tutored all of the other students in the current GYO orchestra, the string students. Among those that she tutored is Mika Ia Ferguson, whom you will hear from on another day. But Mika tutored Phoenicia Broxton, who already performed on day one. That is 6 generations of tutors. And this story represents one of the 2 ways the legacy of the Gifford Youth Orchestra continues. Tutoring, mentoring, assisting, each one tutors one. Now, the other way the legacy continues is when a student practices, listens, observes, and applies what they're learning not only to their music, but to the other elements in their daily life. And that's what Tatiana Wallace did. We see it in the way she schedules her time, her approach to academics, the way she cooperates with other student leaders in the GYO, and the way that she helps younger children understand their responsibility as a GYO musician. At the beginning of the pandemic, we didn't have enough teachers to give every student an individual lesson on Zoom. And so we asked Tatiana if she would teach, and she said, "Yes, I can do that." And Tatiana is now a part of the Gifford Youth Orchestra teaching staff, earning a salary as a teacher, teaching other students as she, too, plants trees and digs wells and builds bridges into the future through music education. I invite you to think about the work we do as being uniquely important especially in the middle of a pandemic, because we have continued digging wells and planting trees through our music education. And when you consider the value of the trees we are planting, the wells we are digging, and the bridges we are building, do you think that the Gifford Youth Orchestra needs to continue its social justice work? Should we continue keeping these children focused on less violence and more violins, more music, better tomorrows? In your imagination, when you touch the hem of the future, I wonder if you think you or we are going to need shade and water and bridges from one community to another. If so, let me assure you, the Gifford Youth Orchestra is one of the climate-changing edifices where your financial support will plant a tree and fill a glass with water and build a bridge. PayPal awaits on our webpage, www.gyotigers.org. And our post office box awaits on our webpage, www.gyo.tigers. The $10,000 matching fund awaits the opportunity to double the value of your contribution as well. So while you consider today's history lesson, I invite you to enjoy the rest of the program. Tomorrow I have a story about Jackie Robinson and the Gifford Youth Orchestra.
Hi, my name is Swami Dumavati, and I'm from Kashi. It is my honor today to be introducing Carlos Hernandez to you. He is 10 years old, he's in 5th grade, and he will be performing his first piano solo. And he will be playing Allegro by Suzuki. He would like to be a professional baseball player when he grows up. So good luck, Carlos, and thank you, Gifford Youth Orchestra, for providing this opportunity for inspiration, for growth, for community, and thank you all.
Welcome. I'm Oscar Sales, Marketing Director for Riverside Theater. The Gifford Youth Orchestra gives kids the opportunity to shine. Today, Narela Vega, a 12-year-old 7th grader from the Willow School who wants to pursue interior design, will be playing Dvorak's Largo on the violin. You're in for a treat.